Gates of Tel Dan.
In order to be the gatemen. And you see we have several chambers here. This is a gate system. Just like they still had to bust through here.
Gate of Megiddo.
The two entryways have reproductions of old gates.
This is the Israelite fortress gate. They know this because everything from the time of Solomon that was built as a stronghold had this exact same gate. And so that Solomon and his son used the same kind of gate. You read in the scripture, it'll say, and Solomon fortified, and they list all these places. This is one of the places that had been fortified by Solomon. Why would you want these chambers in the gate? Okay, out there, and one up in here. They say they get past all that, they get it broke down, and they're trying to come into here. And if you're Israelites, you're defending against people with chariots generally. What if right in here we put archers? Right? You get through this far with your chariot, and we have snipers in 4 chambers, and they pick you off.
Well, this little seat in the front here, that is a seat that would have been found at the city gate. Have you ever read about a city gate? We went into the city. It was what more accurately would be called a gate fix. You were to enter one gate, you would have entered a big courtyard, and then you would have gone through another gate with a whole lot of areas where there would have been soldiers or people guarding the gate, and then you would have gone into the city. And if there was anybody convicted of a crime,
the governor of the city, the king or whatever, of course the king will usually be down towards Samaria, elders of the city and said, sit you down here, and they sat down.
The gates are very important things. Most of you have heard me teach about gates before. We need to know how to properly protect our gates. It's kind of cool how in Torah it gives us a way to protect our gates. Because the gates of our bodies, right? Where's Ron? You see Ron Ziot, and they're down there. I don't hate to embarrass you, but they're down there by his gates, right? And so there's a representative like of the mezuzah. We're told in the Torah to write the commandments on the doorpost of our house.
Between the inner and outer gate, they would have been the place where people would have met in public. Remember, the streets are really narrow, so you wouldn't be able to meet people in the streets that easily in a quick group. So they would have met in the courtyard here. If there's
Whoever's the ruler here, will come out and sit in here. So they're little buildings to deal with administrative issues. Not just anybody can come in your city. And this being a fort, even more so. If we got a camel caravan coming through here, going up to Gaza from up in Yemen, and you're going, hey, that's our road. We want part of what you're carrying, right? And that was very common. We're going to have guys in here with their little tables and stuff, and they're going to come out and assess what's being carried. They're going to say, okay, leave us a bundle of that sandalwood or whatever right there.
You know, out of all the first people of faith in the Bible, becomes the father of the Hebrew nation. There's a very good possibility that you're looking at the gate that Abraham walked through.